Time perception is filled with intriguing paradoxes that reveal the complexities and possibilities of how we experience time. Unlike the straightforward march of minutes on a clock, our subjective sense of time is anything but linear. Instead, it's filled with anomalies that challenge our conventional understanding and open the door to possibilities that seem to stretch beyond the ordinary boundaries of time. These paradoxes give us a unique lens through which to examine reality and our place within it. One of the most captivating paradoxes in time perception is how time can appear to slow down or speed up, depending on our mental and emotional state. For example, moments of crisis or intense focus can cause time to seem as though it's slowing down, a phenomenon known as time dilation. This experience is common among athletes, artists, and even those facing dangerous situations. In these moments, the mind enters a heightened state of awareness, seemingly expanding each second and allowing the person to process more information than usual. Meanwhile, during routine or mundane tasks, time can feel as though it's slipping by without notice, as though entire hours have disappeared in a flash. The paradox here is clear: while objective time remains steady, our subjective experience is flexible and fluid, shaped by attention, focus, and the significance we assign to each moment. This flexibility of time perception hints at the possibility that time, as we know it, may not be an absolute, unchanging force. Instead, it seems more like an experience molded by our inner world, our emotions, and our cognitive processes. Another fascinating aspect of time perception lies in our memories and the way they shape our personal timelines. Memories allow us to mentally travel back in time, but they're also notoriously unreliable. Studies in psychology show that memories are often reconstructed rather than perfectly replayed. This means that every time we recall a memory, we might be altering it slightly. The paradox of memory lies in its dual nature. It anchors us to our past yet reshapes it continuously, offering a flexible, subjective history rather than a fixed, factual record. Through this interplay of memory and time, our personal history becomes a living, evolving narrative rather than a static series of events. This flexibility in memory has implications for how we perceive both the past and the future. For instance, our memories influence our expectations of the future, as we often project past experiences onto what we believe will happen next. This is known as prospectation, our mind's ability to imagine the future based on prior experiences. Interestingly, this ability reveals another time paradox. By using memories to anticipate future events, our minds are effectively blending the past, present, and future into a singular, cohesive experience. Thus, rather than seeing time as a straight line, we might view it as a multidimensional web where past and future meet and shape each other through our conscious and subconscious thoughts. Yet another paradox of time perception arises in the phenomenon known as chronostasis, or the stopped clock illusion. This occurs when, upon first glancing at a clock, the second hand appears to freeze momentarily before resuming its movement. In this split second, the brain stretches time in a way that doesn't align with the continuous nature of the ticking clock. Chronostasis provides an example of how our perception can alter the immediate present, creating a sense of stillness or delay within what we consider the now. Moments like these demonstrate that our brain doesn't always synchronize perfectly with objective time, raising questions about whether time might be far more subjective and open to interpretation than we assume. These paradoxes open up intriguing possibilities for our understanding of time. If time is not an immutable, external force, but rather a flexible, internal experience, this suggests that we might be able to alter our perception of time intentionally. Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and lucid dreaming can already alter our sense of time, making moments feel longer, more vibrant, or deeply memorable. This ability to change our experience of time provides a pathway for personal growth and a deeper understanding of how we experience reality. Finally, the most profound paradox in time perception may be found in the mystical experiences reported across cultures, where individuals describe a sense of timelessness or the dissolution of time altogether. In these states, often reached through meditation, deep contemplation, or spiritual practices, time is described as ceasing to exist. Instead, there's only an eternal present moment. This experience raises a tantalizing question: if our perception of time can vanish in such moments, could time itself be an illusion crafted by our minds to organize experience? Or is there a timeless reality underlying the temporal one, accessible only through altered states of consciousness? The possibilities inherent in time perception suggest that we may have only scratched the surface of understanding how time influences our lives. By exploring these paradoxes, we gain insights into how we might reshape our experience of time and perhaps even glimpse a reality beyond the constraints of past, present, and future. Each paradox and possibility invites us to see time not as a rigid structure but as a dynamic element of consciousness, one that is deeply intertwined with how we experience ourselves and the world around us.